So here I am in the main screen of dbWatch Control Center, and on my very left here I have a menu bar. These are the different modules of the product. On the middle here I have a tree-like structure of the databases in my environment. So I'm logged in with my user, and this user in the demo environment only sees SQL Server database instances. This environment is possible to have fully cross-platform with databases of many different vendors and types. In my structure on the side here, I am connected to one data center. dbWatch Control Center allows you to separate your data centers, different security zones, different data centers, locations, etc. But in my environment, I'm only connected to one. And I only have one group, production, where I have a always-on cluster with 3 nodes and some single instance databases. And these can be structured and contain different type of information. These 3 allow you to structure on things like customer name, application type, data center location, anything you want. In the main screen here, I'll see all the alerts I have on my database systems, and they're sorted by severity and status time. So I have the last worst alert on the top here. So I have alarms, and then if I scroll down, I'll have the warnings later on. So there's lots of things wrong here, but that's how life is in my demo environment. On the bottom, I have a sort of traffic lights where I have 0 databases currently in lost connection. This will turn into a blue ball, the blue ball of shame when there is databases we've lost connection to. And we have 3 databases with some sort of alarm or 1 or more alarms. And we have 4 with warnings, 1 or more warnings. And we have 1 that are all okay. And we have no databases added for other purposes than monitoring, like management and reporting purposes, which you can. You also have a tab on the top. So there's other things like lists of instances where you can change the contents here, and you can add your own dashboards for this overview as well. If I go to a specific instance, we get insight into what has been added on monitoring on the system. We see it's the name we've given it is Underon. It's in the production group. It's a SQL Server 2017 Standard Edition, the host, when it started, and the number of databases on it. And we see we have some jobs with status. They are the ones that create alarms and warnings. And we have some jobs without status, and they are collecting data for capacity planning, performance, maintenance jobs maybe, or other types of purposes that don't give alarms. Each of these will have some small status. They will have, if they're in warning or okay, name of the job, when it's last run, the schedule, next scheduled run, and then details from the last time it's run. And each of these will be able to you will be able to run a detailed report on each of these metrics to dive into things specific on this database instance. If we look at one of these jobs details, this will gather data from the database on current state and historic states in the database regarding this specific performance metric, which is CPU utilization, and we can see how this database has run over time with a lot of different statistics in different types, part of the day, etc. If you detect problems in the monitoring of your databases, it's important to also be able to jump into other parts of the application for management of the database. And here you have an overview of the system. You can do a lot of adjustments. You can look at the performance on the system, drill down into performance peaks, etc., and dive into statistics on the different queries. And all the things that you do in your day-to-day operations with databases. Dive in, and you can also run SQL statements on the system if you have custom things that you want to run. This area where you can drill down into anything in the database. Here you can also add menus and buttons to expand the product as well. The next module in this list is the farm views. Farm views are where we want to look at one metric across your database environment, and it's the opposite kind of view from monitoring, where we look at one database instance and see a lot of the metrics on that database instance. Here we look at one metric and how that is across all database instances. So there's insights to things like how the disk is filling up on your environment, and a lot of different things. So it depends on what you want to dive into. We have a SQL Worksheet, allows you to run queries on one or more database instances. Can be also cross-platform if the query runs on different platforms. And this can be used to run scripts or and get the data or look for data across your systems. Also extracting data, of course. We have auto discovery, allows you to scan different network segments to see databases not added to the product. This is useful if you have parts of the organization that deploy databases without asking the DBA, and then ask you only when they need recovery of the databases. And you have not seen it yet, and there is no backup. Next is FDL console. FDL is for Farm Data Language, which is a data warehouse type language built into the product, allows you to query for any data point on any server or any database you have underneath, and allow you to structure those data into tables and display it in different ways. So this is an example where we use the same query that we run in the monitoring, but here in FDL console to maybe adapt it or adjust it, and you see it gets different data from the instances and merge it together and create this data set. This is useful if you want to get in-depth information on how data is across your environment, but also to export specific data sets for other purposes, like integrating with other tools, or exporting data to other applications. We also have the reporting. There is a specific webinar on the reporting, how to customize reporting, etc. You can select instances you want to run reporting on, see the reports that you have. And I've cheated, of course, so I have a report already because it takes a few seconds to create. And this gives insight into like the health check of the database and a lot of different metrics. You can dive into what's happened on the system. So that's a bit about dbWatch. It's a lot to go into. If you are interested in more detailed demonstration of dbWatch, you can go on the webpage on Insight, request a demo, and then have a custom demo with me to go into your specific needs and how this can benefit your business.